העימות עם איראן.
The conflict with Iran. It's already clear to the whole world that we're at war with Iran, which has been investing great resources and efforts to harm us for years. For years, they're talking about a nuclear bomb and their desire to destroy Israel. They're using every possible means to try and harm us. My question is, what do they want from us? Iran, why does it hate us? Iran is a superpower that wants to rule, if not the world, then at least the Middle East. And we, even though that we're not a superpower, but we're standing in their way. Standing in their way. It's not even a matter of religion, but it's simply that we are a superpower in the Middle East. And it's a big problem. It's a big problem. There's no solution. No solution. With Iran, there's no solution. Only in that we will connect ourselves as one man and one heart, and then we will be closer to the Creator, and we will receive from Him all the guidance as to what do we need to do, how should we live our life, how should we be, and what to do. You're saying that we're standing in their way to power in the Middle East, meaning they're motivated by the desire for power? Yeah. If you look at Iran, they have so many internal problems. It's unclear why instead of solving their problems, they're all the time looking at us. What's up? It's easier than to deal with their own problems. You see? To deal with Iran's problems, it's you need to really turn everything upside down. And they're not interested in all these things. They also have a problem. But it's better to pour everything on Israel. I want to focus on Iran and Israel for a moment. Is there some kind of spiritual root for this collision? Actually, with Iran, no. With Iran itself, no. We can really be friends. You really think so? I think so, yes. I think that Iran is not a really Muslim, a real Muslim country. As much as I know Iranians personally, I can say that they are very good, educated, well-educated people, well-mannered. It's good. And something they're very similar to Jews. In what? In character. The free Iranians and the free Jews, they're very similar to each other. It's said that they're supporters there, that the regime suppresses, of course, persecutes, but that gradually they're starting to form beneath the surface some kind of identification with us, sympathy, right? Where does it come from? I don't know. Maybe from those years in history. Many Jews came from there to Israel. I know many Iranians. I knew many Iranians in the past that really I have I have good recollections about them. So there are positive kernels, but also many negative forces that already directly attacked us. Will it be possible to prevent some big military collision between us, or we have no choice, it's till the bitter end? I think that it's possible. With Iran, it's actually good. It's possible to build good relations with them. They are people that they don't like fighting. They themselves know, through someone maybe, but they themselves know. By character, they're very close to Jews. Yeah. That's the impression that I have left. What does it depend on that we shift from a path of a harsh military collision to a path of, I don't even know how to put it, but because it seems so irrational, I can't even say what a different trajectory might be, a different path. The transition from hate to love. I don't think that the Iranian nation, the majority of the nation hate us. I don't think so. But along with it, we need to wait. But besides waiting, we also need to hope that the relations between us eventually need to change and heat up correctly. I hope, like all of us, that our military strength will protect us and will be greater than theirs, always. Is there something else that we can do, something that will deflect things in a more positive direction? I don't know. I never really studied that country and the nation there. I don't know. I mean, spiritually wise, that you, as a Kabbalist, look at these two nations, Israel and Iran, on this path of collision that a world war can break out. In your opinion, what can be done in order to prevent this explosion that might happen and ignite the entire world? We need to only be united and pray to the Creator that He will help us be together and be favorable in the eyes of the entire world. That the entire world will know that we are all for peace. Today they want to destroy you. It doesn't matter that you want peace. You did peace, you made peace with other Arab countries, but the Iranians, they want to destroy you. They want to get nuclear weapons. You can say, I'm all for peace, but there's no one on the other side. They're directly shooting at you already. Along with it, I want to say that I am sure that we will be close to them and we will have an agreement with them. What does it really depend on? It depends on the measure in which we will stand on what's important to us and they will see it. Keep to what's important to us. And then they will agree. This I don't understand. What do we need to do in order to cause the Iranians to change their attitude toward us? Today they're saying we want to destroy you, and they're working in that direction. They're trying to do it in all possible ways. You see a different picture on the horizon. I'm asking, what's the transition from this to that? Is it in our hands? Are we waiting for a miracle? Maybe it seems like a miracle, but I see it. I see it. Yeah.
קודם כל זה מאוד מרגיע.
Well, first of all, it's very soothing that you see a miracle on the horizon. Can we speed the miracle up before a catastrophe comes? You see that in these days, well, this night, as you have seen, we saw that they weren't able to hit us, harm us. And after this, I'm saying that I have a warm feeling toward the Iranians and that I'm willing to connect with them.
איך לגרום להם
How to make them want to connect with you, with us. I appreciate that your heart's open to the entire world. I think it's a part of our character to be good with everyone. But how can we cause them to shift from hate and wanting to destroy us to a desire to connect with us too? We need a mutuality and connection. How do we cause them to change? Time will come. Time does its thing. And in the meantime, what do we need to do? In the meantime, of course, we need to grow stronger and equip ourselves and arm ourselves. That's for sure. But beyond that, what does Kabbalah say beyond that we need to arm ourselves and do everything, etc., etc.? Beyond that, what does Kabbalah say? What else can we do to bring something good? Only the connection of the nation. What nation? Our nation. Only the connection of our nation, and that everyone will aim from that connection to the Creator. What do you mean by Creator? The upper force that dwells upon us, protects us, keeps us, and promises us the correct future. Can we cause him to protect us a bit more? Yeah? How? If you keep yourself and the entire nation of Israel, if the nation of Israel will connect some more, and each will give the others a feeling of love, then by that, we will come to all the good and correct things. Can it also project something onto the Iranian people? Of course, onto the entire world. Project what? If we will want to be connected between us, then that force will hover over all nations, and no one will want to come to us with anything bad. Why do they want to come with plenty of bad things to us today? Because of the way that you behave. See what happens on the streets. Here in Israel, the mess, the hate, look what goes on. You see a connection between the hate, between the inner hate between us and the hate of the Iranians towards us. Yeah, that's how we're inviting them to turn to us. We, by not arranging the hate between us, dealing with it, taking care of it, we project onto the entire world that they can be in hate towards us. That's a serious matter. So according to this, military force is insufficient in order to determine the battle. Of course not. And you see that it doesn't happen. It doesn't. But we need to understand that only the connection between us Jews, only it can force all the nations of the world to also be in good relations between them and with us. What do you mean to force? To force? How does that work? We'll push them toward tranquility, peace, different things. So it starts here in Israel, yeah, in our attitude toward each other, yeah. This the only way. Otherwise, it won't work. Don't look for giving the Iranians candy. It won't work. What you need to do is to make a good connection between the Jews, and you'll see that all the nations of the world will want to connect to you as well. I wish.